Hi, my name is Deirdre. I am recording a video today about the Google Drive and some specific features and how I use them in my classroom. So what I'm going to start with is making sure that you know how to sign in. Make sure you're signed into Google Drive. You'll see your name and your icon if you're signed in successfully. You're going to access the drive by clicking on the waffle and clicking on the drive symbol, or you can simply go to drive.google.com. Now, once you're in your drive, I'm going to go through a couple things on here specifically so that you can get familiar with them. This is your Google Drive and these are your folders. So once you start entering into your folders, wherever you see the triangle, when it's turned down, that means there are folders in there. And if you get to the point where you're like lost up here and you're not sure where you are, you can get back to the drive by clicking on the word My Drive here at the top or here at the bottom, and it will bring you back to the drive so that you can kind of find yourself. And if you wanted to access anything that you most recently opened, let's say you had something open in the morning and then you got distracted and walked away from it, and then you need to access it again, you can click on Recent and it will actually open up to the most recent things you worked on that day. So you can get to it and do whatever you need to do with it. You can finish it or you can highlight it and you can move it to a folder. You can remove a star if it has a star. You can edit it if you need to. Then the Shared With Me folder is where you're getting information that people have shared with you. So you didn't own the document, but other people gave you access to it. So for example, this down here is something that one of my colleagues shared with me. And if I want to keep this, I can actually add it to my drive. And then once I click add to my drive, I can then put it into the folder that would best fit the document. And then it is now shared on my drive and I can actually access it and change it whenever I need to. Down here is the starred folder where I have specific documents that I think I need daily or definitely by the week, and I want to be able to quickly access them. So what you do to star something is I'll go to my recent folder and I will star something that's not starred. So let's say I want to be able to access this document. You right click on the document and you add a star. And that is the simplest thing you do. And then you click on the starred drive over here and it will be right there. If you don't want it anymore, you don't need it immediately or every day anymore, you can remove the star and it'll go back to your regular drive in your regular folder where you originally had it. The trash down here is where you put deleted things, and basically anything in here will stay here until you delete it yourself. It says delete forever, and it's going to make sure you want to delete it. So I'll say yes because I don't need them anymore. Up here where you click new, you can create a new folder, or you can upload a file or upload a folder. Now, the caution I have for these two options is that if you upload a Word document or something from Microsoft, you kind of have two choices. You either can convert the Word document to a Google Doc, or you can simply upload it as a Word document. If you convert it to a Google Doc, what's going to happen is it's going to slightly change the format of the Word document from what you originally had. So it won't look exactly the same. If you upload it simply as a Word document, it will be on your drive, but it won't be accessible for editing. So it would be almost like uploading a PDF that you can't manipulate anymore. Here are your major options when you want to create something new. You can create a Google Doc, which would be the equivalent of a Microsoft Word document. You can create Google Sheets, which would be the equivalent of Excel. You can create Google Slides, which would be the equivalent of a PowerPoint presentation. And if you click more, you get a couple more options. Google Forms, which is a survey generator and something really useful for people who do multiple choice quizzes or assessments, or they want to do something quick for understanding with their students, or I like to use them as marking period or end of unit surveys to get student feedback on what they liked and what they didn't like. And what happens is when you generate a Google form, all the information that the students submit gets tabulated into a Google Sheets. So if you want to use Google Forms, it's a good idea to get familiar with Google Sheets. Google Drawings is where you insert shapes and colors and lines and stuff. It's cool for graphing and creating images. I want my students to use it to create their own flag for their own pretend country. So it's a good idea for something more creative application. Google Maps, I will be making a separate video about this. So if you're interested in Google Maps, you can use my video for that. And then these are 2 apps that I added. So if you wanted to add more apps, you could click on this and connect to more apps. And basically, that's it for this video. In the next video, I want to show you more about how to create docs and how to create Google Slides, and also the features of those 2 things that are a little bit different and, in my opinion, better for collaboration than regular Word documents or PowerPoint presentations. So hopefully this is helpful to you, and I'll be continuing my discussion in another video. Thank you.